Country Week Men's Fours title on the line here for AFGRI and Henselite. We are right back here. It's a warm day, but feels like that sea breeze is just about to arrive. So the guys are just completing their roll-ups, and then we'll be into it. 17 ends is the trip for this one. Clive Adams in the hot seat, and well, I'm joined by Bowls WA CEO Ken Pride. G'day, Ken.
Clive, afternoon. Hopefully the final, as you put it, are as good as the first two, which have been quite outstanding.
Has been great. Yeah, it's been a wonderful day so far, and we would expect no less with the quality that we've got on show here. So our teams, we've got in the white corner, if you like, the white stickers, Matt Mitchell skippering with John Sharp, Steve Tuffley and Doug Wright. And their opposition in the yellow stickers, Ian Cartledge, Darren Kellond, Tony Dibello and Stan Hunter. So that's our lineup for the men's fours. What an entertaining game of singles we just saw. Shot play, everything involved. It was really good, and not a lot of big scores. It was just nip and tuck the whole way.
Yeah, look, and certainly during the coverage, as you quite rightly said, contrasting styles.
Yeah.
I guess the speed and the attacking play of Matty France against a really good, steady draw bowler, obviously in Peter Cole. But both fantastic games, and really the end came very quickly, which is quite surprising given the nip and tuck throughout the whole game.
I think it can happen in the 21 up format. And sometimes a 25 up format can just drag that little bit longer, and where you're trying to get those last couple. But really, at 15 all, Matty went bang, and that was that. Which I guess when you're only 6 away from home, it could have just as easily been Peter Cole doing that.
Yeah, I think both at the very end had some chances. I guess Matty made the most of what he had. Peter, I don't think, missed too many running shots for the whole game. But of course, the one you miss ends up being the one that cost you the match. So both terrific play, and most enjoyable prior to that too was the pairs final.
Yeah, certainly. Been another successful country week, Ken. I guess we were on tenterhooks a little bit, weren't we, in terms of whether country week would happen, because a month and a half ago we were perhaps saying, well, it could go one or two ways, and luckily there is a little bit of luck involved. Luckily, it's all gone beautifully to plan.
Yeah, and obviously you sit in on a few meetings where we had some scenarios sort of thrown up amongst the staff as what we would do if ABC happened. And I think with COVID, as we found out, it's not the ABC, but X, Y and Z you have to have some plans for. I guess in the end, probably the only thing that really would stop it, and really looking ahead to the ladies as well, was if some of the host clubs, in fact, were forced to shut down, and therefore we'd effectively run out of venues. But it looks like with the change in the close contact regulations and so on, no doubt there'll probably be more changes the next couple of weeks. One, we were very fortunate, and all credit to Peter Harris for getting the event underway and continuing right through, and to the host clubs that actually that host all those events as well. Hopefully we can hang on and get the ladies squared away as well.
All right, we're going to get underway right now. So first end about to be played. And I guess if you're watching, you've got the yellow stickers versus the white stickers. Or if we've got the white, brown and multicolours versus the orange, green and yellow. So it should be easy enough to keep track of. So,
whew, I'm glad they've got stickers, Clive.
Write it down if you need to,
No, look, a cracking game. There's some. You get through to the final of any country week event, then you've had a terrific week. So two really strong four sides.
Stan Hunter to get us underway here with the first bowl of the final. He looks to have done a pretty good job with it too. Just going to trickle past, but that's pretty handy. It is pretty steamy out there at the moment. Not too bad under the little cover where we are. But when I got up and just during the break, just realised that it was quite steamy.
Yeah, interesting to see if it does anything with the pace of the green. If anything, it might pull it up a second and a half. We'd look towards the hills, and it's certainly pretty dark and stormy out there. Whether we get any rain the next hour or so, hopefully not. But it'll be interesting to see if it does affect that last couple of metres of run on the grass.
Good to see everyone back on board to watch this fours final. A nice correction there from Stan, and just drops in behind the jack. So Doug wasn't far away with his first one, Doug Wright. he'll look to just correct more line than anything. His weight was very good. So I guess, Ken, your comments regarding Women's Country Week are also could also apply to pennant competitions and so forth as well. You know, we've got, certainly from a Metro point of view, about 4 or 5 weeks left of the season. We heard from the Geraldton guys that they've got a couple of weeks left in their season, so I think everyone's sort of a little bit fingers crossed that they're going to get to finals and so forth.
Yeah, I had some calls yesterday and this morning from Muckenbudden and Nungarran. Some guys from Nungarran, unfortunately, tested positive, and so they have to go back and play their last home and away game, and just querying clearly, what do we do in these situations? Can we play short, and so on. Look, I'm relatively confident we can get through the pennant season, particularly the upper ends. Unfortunately, if you have got some players who do go positive, you can always draw from the lower divisions, but that might put them in some danger.
Yeah.
But I think the higher, the Premier League and the first divisions, and probably second division, will get through okay.
Nice couple of bowls there from Tony Dibello. Unfortunately, turned his own out a little bit, but still well suited. A well suited head here for Matty Mitchell's crew.
Probably quite a different narrow and wide hand, Clive, now that I'm not sure I'm going to call it a sea breeze, because it's not a lot of coolness in it, but certainly the breeze now, if you obviously know Osborne Park, blowing left to right as you look at the green from the clubhouse, so blowing from A and B green up across C greens, that certainly now will be the wider hand. So the hand that John Sharp is playing now is the wider hand. So it's swung around considerably from the first games this morning.
So John Sharp now, one of the stars over the years of WA bowls. And what's he done with this one? Looks like it's just going to drift under. So still a couple for the yellow stickered crew of Ian Cartledge at the moment. Probably only 2. It could be more.
Darren Kellond, so this will be theoretically the narrow hand.
Yeah, well, it wasn't so far during the day.
No.
It's the exact opposite now with the wind having switched. So it's interesting because a few of these guys would have had a look at the games earlier on, and everything they've learned's gone because that cool sea breeze is ripping through over our shoulders now, and I think that's it's going to be nice to have a bit of a breeze coming through anyway, Ken. Sharpie just a little bit short with this by the look of it. Needs just to run a little. Well, he got further than I thought he was getting and might have done enough.
Well, again, I guess the angle of that breeze is going to help that last 4 or 5 feet. As John's bowl started to turn, that breeze was almost right behind it. But that's really picking up now. There's
signal from Darren Kellond is he still likes them for one shot. I like the fact Darren just making sure that the guys stay out of the camera angle for us. It's good work. He's just he told him off straight away. All good. A lot of these guys won't be used to playing in front of cameras, so they might wander in and out of there a little bit, but that's okay. We've got different angles we can use as well.
Well, I think knowing, I'm just going to pull up a little short. I think more to the point, I think knowing Darren, he wanted them out of the camera shot with the focus as he's right behind the head.
Darren, of course, he's played a bit of bowls up here in the metro area as well at Yokine.
Indeed. We watched Matty Mitchell. And geez, close, Clive.
He caught a little edge, and that's definitely now the shot for Matt Mitchell.
Yeah, certainly Yokine with Darren, but spending a lot of time at our club, South Perth, this year, and at one stage was going to join South Perth. In fact, I think I'm right in saying he played a midweek game earlier in the season when he sort of joined the dual membership club.
So Ian Cartledge going to play the backhand. And all the torque was swinging a little, so might have a little bit of weight on it. Looks close. Is he going to get down? Not quite. Geez, weight was nice for the shot that he was playing. Tristan Smallercombe saying it's great to have some streaming from the west. On your Trist.
Able to pick up coverage up in the Northern Territory? Quite? I wasn't sure.
We've got viewers from all over the place, mate. All right, that's going to be one, and we'll have a quick look at the second, I think. But just the one. Oh, Sharpie's gone out there without a measure. I mean, really. We're going to get the umpire's measure. So umpires to the rescue. Vicky Eva and Sue Hogg do a wonderful job as usual, Ken. We're just battling not to take off at the moment with the sea breeze that's come in. Boy, oh boy.
That has really picked up, hasn't it? That is a significant breeze.
It's still warm at the moment, but it won't be long before that cools off. It's going to be nice to have, but
just looking up at the windsock, it's most unusual. One's certainly, in fact, as much as anything, Clive, I think it's almost a nor'wester. And that's storm weather, so which suggests with those clouds that are congregating over the hills in particular, but that might be nor'wester, which hopefully won't bring that weather into us.
Well, one shot it is to Matt Mitchell's crew to get us on the board in this one. 17 ends they'll play. Now the Bunbury and Brunswick combination are a composite side. Ken, how do composite sides work in Country Week?
Yeah, look, and it's a really difficult one, and I know, as the country bowlers would know, we've probably with the country committee changed the rules and regulations, a few times over the last 6 or 7 years. I think the theory, Clive, is to try and get as many people able to play the game as they can. Certainly from the smaller leagues. We're looking to enable them to play with people from within their league, if that's possible, if they can't get a full side from their own club. And clearly as well, we relaxed the rules around direct family playing with each other as well, if from different clubs. And the Smith family's an obvious one when we had the boys from York, but also down in Esperance as well. So look, I think the overall objective is to get people on the green without compromising what has always been a club-based competition over the years.
Cam Tuffley is watching from Darwin, Ken. And I'm guessing from the surname that he might have a relative playing.
It is fantastic being able to live stream. And,
of course it is.
And I must say this, just to be very clear, there's actually not Bowls WA's doing on this occasion. We're subcontracted the job out, and look, I think the quality of what I've seen, even back in the office and in the big screen at Aussie Park here, has been just fantastic in terms of the camera angles, the ability to run ads and so on. So it's all credit to SEN, who of course we partnered with to bring a number of finals, live stream finals of this quality. Next one, of course, will be the ladies' pennant grand final, Metropolitan Pennant grand final on Wednesday. So that will be live streamed. And then, of course, we go into the ladies' Country Week finals day in a couple of weeks' time.
All right, Steve Tuffley with his second. We're battling not to take off right here at the moment. That wind is insane.
Wow.
Now, those of you watching, that's going to be very hard for you to comprehend on the screen, but that bowl of Steve's was probably on a reasonable line and got absolutely smashed by the wind. So it's going to be a tough one for the guys out here, because I can't see this breeze dying down too quickly. Well, this is a great effort here from Tony Dibello.
That is a cracking bowl, given the conditions.
What a shot that is. It'll be interesting to see how the tactics go in this game. In windy conditions, often you might see a bit more aggression from the players, harder to just draw a shot.
A mile away here, John. That's a terrific bowl as well.
What a shot from John Sharp. He has drawn the shot there.
That bowl is still effectively going straight up the line. Any sort of weight on the player's backhand at the moment is straight up the line as John Sharp now. Interesting to see how this works. Playing the wide hand. This could go sideways.
I'm tipping it's going to be wide. Yeah. Boy, oh boy.
And away she goes down the...
And Darren Kellond now. He's persisting with that narrow hand, and you can see it's just getting held out by the breeze. It's trying to get down, but unable to. Now this might be an adventure for the next few ends.
An adventure for us, Clive. I don't know about the players.
I'm just checking behind us, Ken, to make sure we're not going to get hit by anything in the back of the head. So, yeah. Wow.
That is a genuine gale.
All right, Matty Mitchell just missing with the first. He's holding shot, so Ian Cartledge needs to try and convert here. And he's going to have to really fight into the wind. Well, he's played it virtually straight up the line. It's just going to drop under. Nearly got back off the edge. So Matty Mitchell says, do I just need a metre? Yep, that's all. That is not a bad effort. How much run's it got? That is a super shot. Well, I don't know. Has he turned it in for shot?
I think he, well, instead of the flat bowl.
It was a great effort. So Darren's saying he can't tell who's got shot now. Well, I was going to say, I thought we were about to see wrong bias.
Darren certainly called for something similar, just a little bit of weight, which will, you would think, get the yellow to the white to the orange and the orange out of the head. But it has to be almost perfect with line and length.
Well, he's very close. What's he got? Oh, he's missed everything just on the outside. Boy, oh boy, that was close. I think we're going to see a measure here for shot, and the players have got to go and find a measure because they haven't got the umpires down that end, so...
Fortunately, we've got our trusty assistant Peter Harris holding the marquee down that we're sitting under,
Yes.
tying himself to the mast basically.
Well, the measure is close. And it is 1 to the yellow. So Matty Mitchell a tad unlucky. I mean, he played a very, very good bowl in these conditions. But turn the yellow disc bowl in for shot, and it's 1 shot apiece after 2 ends have been played. Ken, the BPL played just a couple of weeks ago. Perth's Suns just missing out on finals. It seems to be a bit of a story with the Suns, isn't it? Finding a way to just miss the finals at times.
Yeah, happened a few times to us now. Look, I think it's just the nature of the competition, isn't it? I think in the past when we've had the 8 teams playing, Clive, we've always said that out of the 14 rounds you need to win 7.
Yep.
And that's almost every year. Got you through. There's a fine lead bowl here.
Beautiful.
From Stan Hunter. Super shot. And this year, of course, with the addition of the Tasmanian side and the second Melbourne side, the extra fixtures, but sure enough, if you got through half the games and won half the games, that was effectively enough to get you through. So, but a terrific competition. Obviously, many thanks to our Eastern States helpers. Razor Ray Pearce, terrific, coming in to assist, and Joshy Thornton works for Bowls Victoria, taking on the coach manager role for us, which was obviously much appreciated.
And of course, Dawny Hayman.
Yeah, so Dawny obviously was already in, and being
Yes.
a New South Welsh person, she was able to get to Moama, rather easily, as was Josh, who actually lives up in that area of Victoria.
Yeah, Shepparton Way.
Yep. And of course Ray, New South Wales as well, were able to dodge the COVID restrictions, and thank goodness they were able to give the side.
What a fantastic effort that is. Great effort from Doug Wright, but just trailing past.
So today was the last day for sides to be selected for May, effectively the last week of May, when we're off to Pine Rivers.
Have we got a scoop?
Yes, Scoop. So look, and obviously we cross our fingers for about the 5th time. We just watch this bowl approach the head.
Another good bowl. And there's not much difference between a very close bowl and one a metre away at the moment.
So the side to go up to Pine Rivers last week in May. We've gone back to what we were hoping to play previous with pre-COVID. So Dawny Hayman will stay in the side. Christina Christic will come back into the side, as well as Cody Packer. So they'll be the 3 on the green. Again, first time, hopefully, that a franchise would have had 2 ladies playing in the competition. And Pete Harris will make the trip back over as our coach.
Coach is back, okay.
Yeah, he demanded to go, so he got the week off, if you like, Guernsey. So
for those watching, he's standing right behind us as we commentate this. So now, what's Steve got with this? Can he get some contact on that shot bowl or jack just underneath? Oh, well, that's great to hear, and not long to wait, because it's only the end of May.
Yep, that'll come upon us pretty quickly, no doubt. And then, of course, that won't be a BPL Cup event, that one. And as you would well know, BPL Cup is up and running again for November.
Yep, looking for venues at the moment. Ken, I know I sent out to all my clubs just the other day asking whether they want to run events at their club. So certainly, if you are interested in getting involved at your club, either as a player or you want your club to run one, then let us know. And you can run an event at your club, a BPL Cup. It's awesome day. Really fun day of bowls, and a great prize at the end of it is John Sharp. Well, just on the outside, so close. Yeah, huge opportunity for clubs to have a great day, and then for bowlers out there to get a wonderful prize.
And having been fortunate enough to get over there for the BPL Cup events and play, it is one of the great weeks that you'll ever have playing bowls. It is just fantastic over there, playing before and after the big boys and girls. But Pine River is just an outstanding venue. Fortunately, we've 2 sides from WA have already sort of pre-qualified, and we'll have 2 more sides over the off-season, looking to make it 3 more sides.
3 sides have already qualified.
Beg your pardon.
3 more.
Quite right, 3 more. That's right, to make 6 WA sides to make up, I think, a draw for 19 teams. So a really great week. So if you haven't played in it before, do so. Get your club involved. If you have played before, well, just back up again, because it's one of those great trips in bowls.
Anne-Marie Wittemansky letting us know to keep up with the game. We're on the 3rd end. Yeah, I don't do the scoreboard, Anne-Marie, but we'll get that fixed up. Should be 2 ends completed.
Oh, they don't miss much, do they?
No.
People out there in
our viewers
bowls
are
land.
eagle-eyed. We'll get that ticked over to 2 ends for you. All right, so the yellow disc bowls were holding 2 or 3, but there was... John Sharp's bowl may have cut that down as Ian urging his bowl to get there. It's a bit close all round.
Matt playing a little more, certainly more weight. Looking just to peel that shot bowl out. Oh, Gene has a lot of others. That narrow hand just holding again just to the outside of shot bowl. Interesting. I think he can get it out clean. It's just depending on the angle it's facing the jack. Certainly very close. If he can flick the outside of it, the Mitchell rig has got the widest bowl.
As the breeze just dies down for a moment.
Interesting that Ian Cartledge playing the other hand, looking to cover by the looks. I'm not sure the jack can get back there, but unless it springs wide and stays in bounds. I think Matt going again.
Looks under. So, how many is it? That's 1. Now, we'll just see how many this is, because I think it could be in the region of 2 or 3.
It's one of those ones where there's a
Sharpie
circle
said,
of bowls, isn't there, really?
Sharpie basically said, measure mine and go round.
Could be 1, could be 2, 3 or 4. So
Yeah.
one of those sorts of heads. Just the one.
Just the one shot. Okay, so it's all ones so far, and it is a 2-1 lead to our team in the yellow stickers, skippered by Ian Cartledge. And we fixed up the ends for you. Thanks for that, Anne-Marie. It appears that first to the jack's going to be a big advantage in these conditions, Ken.
Indeed, yeah. If you can get right on it, it's very hard with these breezy conditions to be confident, really, in where your bowl is going to go. Very hard to play 2 bowls the same.
And that's where I was getting that we may see a more aggressive style of game in terms of really the more attacking shots, because the line is essentially easier to choose.
Interesting with our leads, one playing the narrow backhand towards the clubhouse and the other the wide forehand.
We've seen that a bit today. We saw certainly Mike Ford in the pairs final start on the narrow side and decide to go the wide, and he did it quite well. In fact, he did it very well.
Yeah, superb game of leading, wasn't it? Fantastic. This is a far better bowl.
What a correction. That is a brilliant bowl. Stan Hunter, he did the job on the previous end and he's done it again there. Tricia very proud of Emu Point team, so you should be. Certainly done a good job over the last couple of years in Country Week with certainly Maddie and Sharpie certainly at the forefront of that, but it's great to see the Emu Point club at the pointy end once again.
Well, I think if you get sort of state level players like clearly Matt and John are, I think that raises the standards right across the club. So not only individually great players themselves, but really bringing on other players, playing the right shots, playing the right way. So I think they've been a huge addition to the club, not only as individual bowlers, but as, I guess, figureheads as much as anything else.
Certainly.
This one just sliding under the head. Again, so difficult to judge, not only line, but also pace
Certainly does appear, looking at the radar, we might get a little bit of rain. It doesn't look like there's a lot coming, perhaps a couple of little passing showers. It's all very scattered. So we'll keep an eye on that. There's another nice bowl here for Tony Dibello. Just trickled past. See what Steve Tuffley can do with his second attempt.
Seems a wide line given the breeze we've got. It is.
We're in the sort of conditions where you have to angle your bowl into the breeze when you let it go. It's one of those ones where you stand on the mat and let your bowl go on its usual line, and you can find yourself just getting carried sideways. Whereas if you can step to the outside of the mat and really play into the breeze, is what we've seen John Sharp do here, you can find your bowl will just be on a slightly better angle to push its way into the breeze. He still got caught out deep even though he'd engaged that tactic. All about where the breeze hits you.
And look, there's plenty of it, but it still is gusty. You get the wrong gust at the wrong time.
This is a nice
Looks
correction.
like a fine bowl here from Darren.
A very nice correction. Look at this.
Oh, it just falls. Yep.
Go Jack or draw the shot was the call from Matt Mitchell. I reckon this will be big. Big it is from John Sharp. And two of them are gone. Still leaves the yellow stickers holding two as we change over. Ian Cartledge, Darren Kellond, Tony Dibello and Stan Hunter. A mixture of Bunbury and Brunswick players. So they take on Matt Mitchell, John Sharp, Steve Tuffley and Doug Wright, all from Emu Point.
That's another shot.
Yeah, well, still a little bit of work to do for Matty, and this is one of those ones that looks pretty simple, but in these conditions, drawing within 2 feet's not automatic.
Certainly reaching the head. What's the breeze going to do? Is the breeze going to hold this up? Can he sit that bowl just to the outside rather than in?
Might have cut one out with that, but
Again, looks a really good line here, Clive.
Yeah, has it got the journey? It'll do enough, I think. Well, it certainly has. Look at that.
Probably number one.
3 was the call from John Sharp. I think Matty will be reaching a little bit here, looking for a land or a trail.
He certainly has the weight.
He's not far off drawing the shot. He just got held up late by the wind, but he'll have cut things down a bit. 1 is the signal from Darren Kellond, and it's 1 again, and it's 3 shots to 1 after 4 ends of the match. Ken, you're going to leave us for a few minutes, and we've got a special guest coming in. So
I've been replaced by Matty France.
you have.
One of the great moments of my life.
3 shots to 1 it is after 4 ends of this one, and well, it's been an interesting match so far with that breeze ripping through and making it tough for our players so far, but we'll see how they continue to handle this. As the first bowl there from Stan Hunter is once again a great starter, and I am joined by our back-to-back Country Week men's singles champion, Matty France. How are you, mates?
Oh, good.
You're buzzing.
Good. Oh, yeah, mate. It's over. It's over. 9 days, it's over.
And we had quite a few people We've got to go straight to it. You've got quite a few people saying you're the first ever winner of the Country Week Singles playing in thongs.
Well, they're the best things I ever bought, mate.
Brilliant, mate. Congratulations. What a great match it was. It was nip and tuck all the way there. 1s and 2s were the order of the day. You managed to grab a 3 late, but it was we really weren't sure which way it was going to go.
Yeah, you know, Peter's had a brilliant, career, really. He's always deep in everything, and I knew he'd be hard to beat.
Yeah. No. We knew it would be an entertaining game as well. It pretty much went the way we expected. Look, you with the slightly more aggressive game, although Peter Cole's not shy either to play aggressive. There's one shot that sticks in my mind. You didn't have anything past the jack, but you backed yourself anyway, and you played that bowl onto your bowl to pop his out of the head. Ash Sharp called it from the commentary seat that you were going to play it, and it's the way you play, isn't it? You back yourself in.
Yeah, well, you know, if I have the last bowl, I hope to play weight usually. That's just, it's what you're confident with, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all good.
All right, we've got Tony Dibello looking to add to the good work of Stan Hunter now.
I played Tony yesterday, and he played brilliant, mate.
Okay. Yeah, how's the week gone for you, mate? It's been...
long. Just say long.
Yeah. Well, when you keep winning games, mate, that's what happens.
I know.
Steve Tuffley looking to draw the shot. Just needs to get down off the outside, just on the wrong side of it. Breeze has changed a bit since you guys played, mate. Things are a little different out here.
Yeah, it's completely swung around.
Yes.
Good.
And how's Merredin going, mate? How's things up there?
Yeah, well, I haven't been there for 2 weeks, but hopefully it's all right. Pennants on Sunday. I can't wait for that.
Very good. Great shot from Tony once more. Well, you called that, Matty. He was in good form. And
someone told me he used to play for Carlisle back in the day.
Right, okay. On the beautiful surfaces at Carlisle Lane, don't we remember those well?
Yeah.
Little parkland now. It looks nice, mate, but I used to prefer it as perfect bowling greens. It was
I only got 1 year to play there, and then it was gone.
Yeah. Ash Sharp, are the greens in Merredin available for a roll up the Savo?
Yeah, go up to Civic. Merredin Civic's got beautiful greens. Go up there.
Well, that's 4 shots there to Ian Cartledge's team of Darren Kellond, Tony Dibello, Stan Hunter. They're doing a good job so far. They've done a good job of setting up the ends so far and getting John Sharp and Matty Mitchell under the pressure a little bit. Nice reply from John Sharp there, probably cuts it back to 1. Which way did you see this one going at the start?
Oh, yeah, it all depends on Ginge and Snags, the front two, because I was on the receiving end of a touch-up from old Stan, so I know he can bowl.
Nothing sums it up any better. Nothing sums up Country Week any better than you've got Ginge and Snags playing up front. That is awesome.
I got a history. Ginger won Country Week in 1981, the pairs.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. He's come with stats as well. He's not only a singles champion, he's come with stats.
He's a Kellond boy like me.
Beautiful. $19.81. There
True
it is.
that.
V. McLennan.
Yep. He's sadly passed, but
Right.
what a good man.
Okay, very good. Very good. Well, there you go. 1981 Country Week champion.
He was very young.
Doug Wright. That is outstanding stuff. We went through the back-to-back winners of Country Week, mate. You're in pretty good company right there.
Oh, only Pete Harrison, Justin Smith, Keith Donkin. Yeah, it doesn't get any better.
I tell you what, I'll give you credit. You know your stuff, don't you?
Oh, mate. Country boy.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'm coming for you, Peter. Cunningham's open.
All right, so still 1 to Ian Cartledge's crew right now. And Matty Mitchell with 2 to play on this end. Darren Postons saying, see you on Sunday, Matty.
Oh, yeah, can't wait.
I don't know whether you've been sincere or not.
Yeah, well, we got to beat them, but I don't have the strength.
Well, Matty underneath for that first one. He had good weight, but just underneath. Ian's gone down to have a look at this one with Darren. I guess they're perhaps a little worried of the bowl getting sat for 3, but how they can get in there and cut that down. Maybe a forehand just round to get in amongst those orange bowls. Matty, what do you think?
Yeah, it's hard to see on this angle. Mate, with this wind, just got to try and get as close as you can, I guess, and hope.
I do like the fact that you said it's hard to see on this angle, and then you looked at our monitor, which is exactly the same angle.
I know. I'm new. It's my first day. Never be asked back again.
No, we appreciate you coming in and spending some time with us, mate. Now, big weight it is.
Oh, that I
interesting.
I love that. Oh, mate.
Always missed for you. You like that tactic. That is, they're trying to get rid of the danger by ripping them out.
I should have picked that. Cartledge is an aggressive man.
Yes. All right, so Matty Mitchell with the last bowl of this end. So far, it's been all ones.
Get back, Matty.
Oh, he's just... if he'd fallen in off those, he was a chance at shot, but it'll be one more to the Cartledge crew, and they lead at 4 shots to 1 after 5 ends. And a couple of questions coming through. Bill Brown's asked, how's the green running? Looks pretty good. Wish I was there.
Oh, yeah. That rain did not slow it down much at all. It was beautiful.
You were enjoying a little bit of rain out there, weren't you?
I was, because, heavier makes it even for me, After last year, I pray for rain.
And Sean Woodward wants to know whether you're coming to the Jezelenko medal.
Oh, Uncle Jezza, I can't make it, but I hope the winner will deserve it, Shackleton first time in A grade this year. Good on him.
Brilliant.
And they didn't get the wooden spoon. I was so proud of them.
Brilliant. Country through and through for you, isn't it, mate? You love it.
I got family in every club, that's the problem.
I tell you what, Stan Hunter is putting on some sort of display up front here.
Yep.
He's been within a couple of inches, a foot every single end so far.
I got to give him credit. It was 37 yesterday and he bowled brilliant.
Yeah.
And he is 84 odd.
I think we've been a bit lucky today. I don't know whether it's quite. I don't know what the temperature's been. It doesn't feel like it's quite got as hot as it could have done. And now we've got that sea breeze coming through. We should be on the back end of that, hopefully. Ruth Bevington sending through her best wishes as well, Matty.
Oh, cheers.
From Collie. Well, Stan done it again.
Very close.
The weight's good, isn't it? Apparently it's perfect, according to the... So, breeze has just died down for the moment, so opportunity to play a bowl that's a bit unaffected for once for the guys out there in this match. And Doug looks like he's done a pretty good job with this, just needs to drop on the inside. Oh, just caught the wrong edge. So what about the other disciplines, mate? How did you go in the pairs and fours?
The fours, Mr. Cartledge here knocked us out in the last 8.
Right.
With a beautiful last bowl.
Oh, okay. It came down to the very last bowl.
It did, and
wow.
it was
okay.
magnificent. And in the pairs, second knockout, I think. Jimmy Robertson from Middle Beach, who
yes.
was brilliant.
Fine player in his own right.
He was, and maybe that afternoon off helped a lot. Because it was, that was day 6 or something.
Right, okay. You're looking for a break at that stage.
I was.
You can see the wind's died down, and as a result, across that bowl goes. It's probably the most we've seen a bowl turn on that hand in the game. Tony Dibello now with his opportunity to reply. I think he might be on the tight side as well. That wind dying away's just caught him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Steve Tuffley. His weight was perfect with his first bowl. Just needs to amend the line. He's on a better line this time. Might have just overdone it slightly, just on the outside this time. In the end, the line was pretty good. It was just a little bit quick.
Yeah.
Well, Darren's played some good bowls so far in the match, and this one looks like another.
Big whacker.
Yep. Another one in the head, so again, John Sharp finds himself stepping on the mat 3 light. Front end of Stan Hunter and Tony Dibello have set things up pretty well for their crew so far. And another good bowl from John Sharp. Sneaky little one-up signal from Matt Mitchell.
He's a man.
John Sharp.
He's a man.
Meriden boy as well.
Definitely. One of the nicest skippers you'll ever have, mate.
Yeah, he's certainly a superstar. There's Darren with another close bowl. Just needs it to drop in. Well, from our angle, you'd say that's the shot, but I think Matty still fancied his. John Sharp's all over this, isn't he? Yeah, that's brilliant from John Sharp. All right, what are you playing?
The what?
What are you playing?
Playing?
You're Ian Cartledge, what are you playing?
Well, now that I've played Ian, there will definitely be weight involved.
Do you think the edge of Sharpie's bowl, maybe he gets them both?
Maybe. Yeah. But he will definitely be reaching, boy.
Spot on. Just controlled weight. He's still watching it.
He's chasing.
He's still watching it. Well,
Mate.
what a shot. Chipped that off clean. Nearly got the other one on the way. So we're back to not really knowing who's got shot because...
yeah, from this angle it looks like Darren, but probably not.
Yeah, Matt Mitchell. He's urging it
Close.
to reach.
He's reached.
Look at that. Great shot from Matt. Virtually put the ball right back where Sharpies was. Okay. In Cartledge. Similar proposition to last bowl, so wouldn't surprise to see the same shot, really. Perhaps a little bit more weight than last time.
Oh, he's going.
Tell you what, he's still looking at it. Well, he's got the one out that we were unsure of, so definitely only one down now. And Matty Mitchell a chance to draw another one for 2 and close this gap up. 17 in match. Same weight and yep, wasn't it?
Damn right.
Looking for it to hurry. I
Mate.
don't think so, not quite. So it'll be 1. And the ones continue. 6 ends played, 6 shots scored. 4-2 is the lead to Ian Cartledge over Matt Mitchell in our Country Week Men's Fours final. Let's hear a word from AFGRI.
When you buy a John Deere Lifestyle tractor or ride-on mower, you join the John Deere family. And that means more than just owning a piece of our equipment. It's the dependable support of your local dealer, backed by a global network dedicated to innovation and quality. Call into your local AFGRI equipment today. We've rolled out the green carpet for you.
Matty French just leaving us there. I think you got that loud and clear, so that's all right. And big thank you to AFGRI and their sponsorship of Country Week Bowls here in WA. We love it as Peter Harris makes a quiet entry.
Sorry, I got a bit hooked up in the tangled.
Well, that breeze has just died down a little bit, mate. Might help the players out a little bit. It's been hard work, but they've done a good job, haven't they? I mean,
They have.
Stan Hunter in particular has been a standout with his lead bowls. Big thank you to Matty France for sparing us some of his time, and back-to-back Country Week singles titles. Fantastic achievement.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's harder these days, I think.
It would be for me, yes.
Great shot there from Doug Wright.
Very good. You'd think the Emu Point boys would have a bit of knowledge of breeze, wouldn't you?
A bit of knowledge of
The breeze, not this
the
particular
breeze,
breeze, but
yeah.
playing in breeze in general.
I thought you said breweries for a moment. And
So
I don't know about that, but
I'll articulate my words.
but the breeze. You'd think though. Yeah, I've never played at Emu Point, but you
have
can
a
imagine
long
it
time
gets
ago.
windy. You can imagine it gets windy.
When I was a young boy back in Tamblerup, we played at Emu Point.
Ah, we're a lad. Yeah.
But they were grass at that point, so
Right.
I haven't played on it since it's synthetic.
Certainly a club that's on the move, and it's great to see. I mean, we've heard Matty talk about that. We heard him talk about it last year when they won titles, that Matty and John Sharp sort of got together and wanted to go to the least expected club, if you like, down in that area and give them a boost, and it's great to see them still doing really well.
So played aggressive because there is a wall there, but and stayed on, which is the important bit. Stayed on.
Yeah, a little bit of a change here from Steve. Wouldn't do any harm here. Just wants to maybe just arrive on those bowls and just change the look of this. Even if he lands just in front of it. Well, that's not a bad place to have landed.
It's not really in the way, but it looks like it.
Yeah.
It just puts it in the eye, doesn't it?
Yeah, certainly. Alan Mills saying Sharpie is old Meriden skipper. Probably asked for a bit less of the old, but
Yeah.
I know what you
that's
mean.
right, yes.
Know what you mean, Alan.
On again. He's in the port.
Yeah, he's right in the zone, isn't he? Look at
He
this.
falls down on that. That's
Wow.
it's getting
I
harder to get
big,
shot.
I think big weight now is the answer.
Yeah.
Open something up.
Ooh.
I think I
Giving him
prefer
a-
the come up there.
Yes. So I
Yes.
thought he was going to give him a real hard shot for a minute.
So, just looking for contact here. Still not a lot of weight on this,
Still,
but he is on good line.
he is. What is he going to do with that weight is the question.
Well,
Well,
what
what do
a
we know?
shot.
What do we know?
What a shot. Darren Kellond, take a bow.
Couldn't play that any better.
Three.
Any other part of that bowl he was doing not a lot.
3, maybe 4 down, and just says, oh, I'll just grab the jack for a metre. No need to play big weight. Just
Nope.
grab the jack a metre.
So in the new country out here, and he's played it really well.
Has he ever? That falls over, it's probably shot, but it didn't.
So it's not. Just want to point out the obvious.
Blake Nan letting us know that we don't have a clue. That's a fair call. We thought he was going to play more weight.
There's
So.
no way Blake Nan would have played that weight.
No, he'd have played more weight than that. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
So can Darren finish off his good work? He trailed it on one side. changes hands.
Again, sits Sharpie, tucks it around the corner.
Yeah, another little trail would be lovely.
Hand on the hat. He's clearly not happy with that. Oh, he's...
He'll be glad he missed Sharpie's bowl in the end. And
it's gone from riches to rags very quickly.
he's not even interested in walking down the other end at the moment.
He's not going to look at his skipper. He refuses. Or was he hurt himself?
I'm not sure.
I
I'm
don't
just
think
looking
so.
to say that
I
he's
think he
not-
might have... Did he scrape his fingers along the ground or something? Clearly he did something, so we apologise for that. Thought he was just very disappointed in his shot, but he's clearly done something.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Matty just drifting across the front. Needed another metre on that.
Sharpie apologising for stepping in the way.
Oh.
I didn't actually realise he was.
Oh, yes, I see that. Yep, that's all right. He's all good. Can't blame the guys for getting involved in the game every now and then. It'll happen.
No, exactly.
Yeah, Cartledge not far away with this. Has he quite got the journey? Needs it to roll all the way. Oh, I don't know. I think so.
Stan was happy.
Only one. Shane not suggesting it's hard to draw to the jack when it's offset like this, Peter.
We'll stay away from the in-house jokes. It's not even close to the boundary line here. Hunting from that forehand, he's just drifting.
Well, he's chipped his
Got
own
down.
out. So that's
That
definitely
was,
two now.
was the danger that Sharpie did mention. 2 down and a little bit more room as well.
Well, first bit's good according to the call. And this looks very good.
Yep, this would have counted anyway, I think.
No doubt about it. 3 shots it'll be to Ian Cartledge and his team, and they lead it 7 shots to 2. 7 ends completed, 10 more to play. 17 end match to decide our Country Week 4's champions. You got a 4's title, Peter?
Country Week?
Hmm.
No.
Okay.
Have a runner up. I have a couple of equal thirds, I think. Done his back, hurt his back.
Darren's hurt his back. Okay.
Soldier on. Soldier on.
He's going to try and continue, but he just let us know that he's hurt his back, so not good news. They do lead 7-2. The problem is substitutes are pretty hard to find, I would imagine.
Yeah, don't, especially when you haven't got a crowd. So
Yeah.
there's no just loose people sticking around. If you can't continue, it would come down to 3 on 4.
Which would be an awful outcome if that's the case. Guess we'll see how long he can continue for. He's having a chat with one of the umpires right now. So the lead's almost the opposite here. One behind and one in front. Stan Hunter not quite up to his standard that he's been so
No,
far, but
just-
he's had a great game so far.
He noted earlier he'd hooked it out wide.
So an opportunity here for Doug Wright just to find an extra couple of feet. Incredible that he won a title in 1981. 41 years ago. That is outstanding.
Yeah. What can I say? That's a long, long time. That's the year I nearly played my first game of pennant, so that's a long, long time.
What year did you actually play?
82.
Because I said you nearly played it. Has he got the journey to get past the front? Not quite. Nutmill's just asking how long has the 4's been 17 ends.
Come on, Mark. Why'd you ask the easy questions?
Haven't you got that in front of you, mate? Haven't you got the stats? I mean, it's always about 17 or 18 ends, isn't it?
Yeah, it hasn't certainly never been more than 18. Well, not in my time. So I'm thinking, it hasn't changed much. The singles did used to be 25 when I was playing. I'm not sure when that went to 21.
Harley Packer letting us know that she was won.
She was won what?
Well, I guess in 1981. Thanks, Harley.
Yeah, thanks, Harley.
Great ball there from Steve Tuffley. And a loofah shot for now. Now we'll see how Darren gets this one away.
Maybe a bit ginger.
I wonder whether he might even consider going to a bit of a fixed stance or something along those lines. We did see him just fire it into the ditch, so it must have given him a bit of a twing.
I can tell you what, he'd be pretty happy with it.
Yeah. I've got a saw back, there's the shot.
Yes. He was a lot straighter in his delivery than possibly he usually is. Maybe he will find a new delivery in this adversity.
John Sharp with a nice reply here. He's got the jack. Yes, he's got all of it. Great shot from John Sharp.
Well, he's been the standout, certainly for them.
Yeah, and he's
really well.
He's probably had to be because the opposition front two have done a really good job. Yeah, certainly not much extension in that delivery from Darren.
No. What it will do is make him concentrate harder.
Again, he's not far away. Yes, danger. It's always been the case that the injured sports person is dangerous.
Yes.
Caitlin letting us know that she wasn't existent in 1981. Thanks, Caitlin. Now, what Sharpie got here? And coming in off the outside? Not quite.
Once again, Ian won't be short, will he? There's a good little sit underneath Darren's bowl.
Steve Davies saying at least Ian has always got something nice to say to his team. That's the art of skippering, isn't it? It's getting the best out of your team. Knowing how to get the best out of your team.
Definitely.
Now, good shot on here for the sort of shots that Ian Cartledge likes to play.
Metre, 2 metres, 3 metres underneath Darren's bowl. Bit of jack movement. Bowl clean.
He's in behind it looking. Just on the outside.
So not a lot of... Oh, no danger on that hand.
It's not a bad effort if he clears the front.
Yeah, he's cleared the front. Softly.
Well, that's very well played.
Good shot. Great shot. Hasn't changed Ian's shot, I wouldn't have thought. But
not really. Probably threw the old multicolour in front there. Bit more weight.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, he doesn't
Close.
mind it.
He is close.
He doesn't mind it. Well, he just caught the outside edge. That'll bring Matt Mitchell back to the other hand, you would think.
Sorry about that. Sharpie was protecting the head. Did a good job too.
Back to the forehand as we suggested.
Ooh, not a good exclamation as he let it go. We didn't get the wide side, but he's still...
I'll tell you what.
Still close.
He's got it there. That'll be 3.
It was a bit tighter than what he was originally trying to, but doesn't matter if you've got good weight.
3 right back, so 3 conceded one way, 3 right back at the other. 7 shots to 5 now, the lead to Ian Cartledge, Darren Kellond, Tony Dibello and Stan Hunter. And Ashley Wright cheering from Canada for Dad and the Emu Point boys. So that is good to see, isn't it?
Yes.
That you can tune in from Canada
That's the
and
live
follow the
stream
action.
thing, isn't it?
How good is it?
That's
How good is it?
So still 3, is it 3/4? Verging on 3/4 length.
Yeah, we haven't seen
Very
anything
short.
too extreme in the match, have we?
No,
Really?
not really. No. No, they've been pretty conservative. Might just have to go move Ian across a couple of feet in a second.
We'll see where he ends up
Yeah.
resting after this. Great shot there from Stan. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, no, there we go. Yep, it's all good.
It's funny because the centre line's never the place to stand.
No.
Even
No.
during a game, you should be one side or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even when it's not being streamed, you know.
Seems to attract some people.
Switch a hand for Stan. He's done a great job so far. All on your weight was the call, and unfortunately, not quite going to get there.
Well, I'm going to say there's not a lot of breeze anymore.
No, it's really died away. It's actually
Quite
probably
pleasant.
going to make it warmer in a sense, but it is quite pleasant.
They're all going to have to readjust a little bit.
Great effort by Steve there. Just his weight was perfect, just on the outside of the yellow disc bowl.
Well, you've just got to hold, and then
Yeah, he's played it very well.
grabs the jack, he'll hold.
There you go. Number 1.
Yep, when
Thanks
you-
to Tony Dibello.
when your leaders has a end off, you need your second to come to the party.
Women's pennant finals not far away, Pete.
Oh, it's all happening, isn't it? Well, the Ladies Metropolitan Pennant Finals start on Monday.
And the grand final on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Now, how close is this to the jack? Wow, great effort there from Tony. Perfectly straight down the same line, wasn't it? And still plenty of events to get your teeth into, and plenty of big events on the East Coast coming up too, with Australian Champion of Champions and Australian Championships. Great shot here from John Sharp. Yeah, we'll do for shot.
Thought about falling over.
Of course, we've got BPL and we've got Australian Open. Must have Australian Indoor qualifying coming up here as well at some stage.
Yeah, sometime in late May.
That's a big super event this year, the Australian Indoor the Australian Indoors, because it's double the size of the field.
Last year's qualifiers get their chance, which is great.
I didn't get to play in the qualifying last year for the Australian Indoors, Pete.
No.
I was in isolation.
You were, I remember. Yes, you pulled out late. Yes. Yeah, Johnny's got the line again. And weight looked pretty good too.
Just a bit quick, I think. And when I say a bit quick, it was only a little bit.
Yes, it wasn't much. Probably a bit higher in the end.
Be interesting to see how Darren's going to go with any sort of shot play here with the dud back. It might be pretty much draw shots for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Which in the 3 spot can be a bit of an issue.
Certainly, I think the weighted shots might be like that one. Might be a bit, not quite getting down as low as he was, so there'd be a bit of bouncing.
Sticking with the backhand, probably more so because there's just no way in on the forehand.
No, not for Matt. He's got to get down.
Just need to get Stan to jump off that centre line for us.
Yeah, well, he's being told by the man. Oh, but he's not listening.
He's got a good view.
Yeah, he's taking it.
He's promoting their sponsor. And we can tell you that Darren Kellond has got to the jack and popped it out to the side.
He's no longer on the line.
Sorry, not Darren Kellond, Ian Cartledge.
I'm not sure he's got shot, but...
Oh, there's been no signal.
No.
Feels like the white bowl...
Should be shot.
Which has got the yellow disc on. Yeah, one down. Yeah,
Yep.
John Sharp letting us know that it's 1 to Ian Cartledge. Courtesy of that white bowl. You can see it just sticking its nose out there for shot. Now, has Matt Mitchell got out? No, he hasn't got there.
He hasn't got the weight, that's all. Nailed the line.
Right, well...
I suspect he's just going to take the easy draw, isn't he?
Well, you would think so.
There was no conversation.
There's a little hunt shot up there on the back end.
There
I
is a
don't
little.
think he's playing that, is he?
There is a little one there. It looks nicer on the green than it does on the monitor, let me tell you. It looks a bit tricky on the monitor, but it looks quite...
I think we're seeing him on the forehand. I think it's a safe draw.
Soft draw.
Yeah.
Worth 4 if he pumped it 3 feet.
Unfortunately, he's got to go through about 4 bowls to do it. I don't think he's quite pushed this either.
Matty France would have played it.
He would have, without hesitation. 1 it is to Ian Cartledge and crew. Nice shot there through the middle to lead it 8 shots to 5 after 9 ends. We're over the halfway mark in this one. And what have we had? We've had basically all 1s except for a 3 each. We've had a 3 each. Everything else has been 1s so far throughout the match.
Like a skipper who celebrates a good jack roll. Underrated skill.
Yes. And he's even complimented Stan on his delivery, silky smooth.
Go on.
You're going to love it.
Paying him. He deserved it as well.
You've got to love the positivity. Dean, the singles final has already been played, so you can actually go back and watch that on replay on the Bowls WA Facebook page. So that will be there now. You can actually go back and have a look at that.
Nice reply.
Thank you.
Can't,
Oh, you were... Oh, right.
yeah,
Sorry.
no, your reply was average. But if you couldn't get shot, then that's the next pass to be.
Certainly is. You've got to love the dedication of a couple of the followers of Shane Judici Nan as well, haven't you? Watching from the rooftops, Pete. How good was that?
Yeah. Is that where they live?
It is where they live. I did ask Shane that. And another good bowl there from Stan Hunter, another one in the head. So apparently they tried to come in, they couldn't watch out here. They weren't allowed, so they went and watched from the rooftop.
Okay. That is dedication, because midway through that pairs game, the tin roof would have been quite hot.
Yes. What a reply here. Well, that's great leading from both players.
Definitely.
Doug Wright nailing it there for shot. Stan Hunter doing his job as well. What can Tony Dibello come up for us? Yeah, very settled conditions now.
Perfect. Cool. It looks tight outside to me, but...
Well, Pete, there's no fluke that the wind's died. Look at the standard we're now seeing.
Definitely, yep.
Rain radar still looks okay. If we get anything, it'll just be a speck.
Spec.
A speck, Pete.
It's not much.
No. Yeah, he's underdone that one for line, I think.
Yeah, gave it a bit more weight and a bit less line.
She wasn't miles away. Lance Strawn, watching on. Says he's not sure about my choice in commentary partner. I don't have a choice, Lance. Pete just sat down and started talking. There's not much I can do about it.
I thought he was talking to me. Alright, so Darren Kellond. Can he find the ticket here? He needs to push. Yeah, the line is pretty good, but it's got a long way to go. Wasn't far. So maybe looking to change it a bit, clearly.
Both of them think this is underdone. Well,
no, that's a nuisance bowl. Makes them play a bit more weight
it
than
does,
they want.
yes. That's what I was just thinking, the same thing. Still looks like it's on up there, but it's just a matter of what happens when it bounces around.
Yeah. If he gets the jack, you think he's going somewhere near it.
Needs to get down a little. He's close.
Just needs to get
And
down.
he's right through Sharpie's bowl and has pushed it up into the count by the look.
See what you're doing still, like, you know, landing duggies. I wanted a metre, did I? Probably a metre, Jack. Good angles now. This works too. This works as a good angle.
Get into the bowls. If you're going to flop. Oh, somehow I got through them all.
Wow.
Didn't quite get enough of it to flop.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure who and how many at the moment.
I'm thinking two.
Matty Mitchell's definitely got shot. I'm just not sure how many. Yeah. And the danger for Ian is attacking it. He can easily lose some of his own bowls here. He is going to attack though.
Forehand, trail jack. Ooh, no forehand big.
Well, he may well trail the jack, but it'll be a long way.
Hit the pack and Stan is on that
Well,
side
he's
again.
got the hit.
Sorry, but we're going to have a maybe chat with Stan.
We got the hit. Now, it's one either way at the moment. Probably one to the... Oh, I want to say it's one to the white disc, but there wouldn't be much in it.
Flat bowl always wins. If it's closer.
So you can see the jack out on the outside. On screen, it certainly looks to favour the bowl that's
it's
short
closer
of
than
the
what
jack.
the screen is saying.
Yeah.
This will be shot. No one's excited, clearly.
That has to be shot.
You'd think it is shot.
Well, for now. You would expect Ian would draw this pretty comfortably, although...
Well, he doesn't want to hook outside that boundary line peg.
Don't want to finish outside the boundary peg. You heard it here from Peter Harris.
No, he wants to be just...
Can be very, very costly.
I'm not commenting yet. I think he's certainly under the boundary
Oh,
peg.
he looks a touch
but
quick.
He looks like he's flying. Wick. No jack.
Well, it's not a disaster, but I think they're having a look to see if that bowl's worth anything.
There we go. Oh, and a look. So it obviously is not as close as what we think.
Well, this is big. This is going to see the gap really close in the match. That 3-shot lead that Ian Cartledge's crew had is about to disappear.
His weight's good enough. That's all he had to really get.
So just don't knock our counter out.
They might need the string here.
3
No,
it
okay,
is.
No, he doesn't want the other one.
3 it is, locks us away at 8 shots apiece here after 10 ends in our Men's Country Week Fours final. Let's have a word from AFGRI and we'll be back after this.
When you buy a John Deere lifestyle tractor or ride-on mower, you join the John Deere family. And that means more than just owning a piece of our equipment. It's the dependable support of your local dealer, backed by a global network dedicated to innovation and quality. Call into your local AFGRI equipment today. We've rolled out the green carpet for you.
Welcome back to the Aussie Park Bowls Club, and 8 shots apiece after 10 ends, 7 ends to play in this Men's Country Week Fours final. And right now, first bowl of the end is on its way for Doug Wright, and he's done a pretty good job with it. So, Peter, how have entries gone for Women's Country Week?
Oh, they're a little down.
Okay.
As expected, I think.
Yep.
As expected.
COVID times.
COVID times, yeah. The men's were a little down too, but not neither of them are too bad. So that obviously kicks off Monday week. All things being nice. I'm sure the ladies are looking forward to it. Unfortunately, they didn't get to play last year, so
Yeah.
they were the result of cancellation. So we are certainly hoping and praying that they get the opportunity this year.
So, 8 all. A couple of threes now have gone the way of Matt Mitchell's crew. They've only won 4 ends of the 6, but 8 shots apiece courtesy of those threes. And another nice bowl from Stan Hunter.
Very nice.
He might be getting in the way sometimes down at the end, but he's doing his job on the lead in the leader's spot.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
He's invested. He's definitely invested in this game. Not quite arriving. He's just been caught out there a few times going that way.
Yeah, Steve, you had good
Steve?
weight again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Better line.
Just missed the jack. Oh.
Yeah, come on, we're still playing the same ball.
Tony Dibello.
The only difference is you ain't wider and heavier.
Okay. So he said you got pretty much the same bowl, except you're wider and heavier. Other than that,
That's a positive communication.
I
there.
like his style. I like his style. Keeping it relaxed for his teammates.
Sharpie's on this backhand that he seems to favour. This is just a nice gentle draw out here now.
You going to get down to the bowl? Yes, he is. Perfect.
I'll be playing there, trying to promote those bowls, mate. Well, little weight into the head.
So a couple of feet of weight was the call from Darren, looking to promote the front bowls. Look a long way away.
No, he's touch wide, is he?
Oh,
Yeah.
just on the outside. Any contact there would have been shot.
Going to be looking something very similar.
He's on a tighter line, so that's where Matty's asking for it to have the legs. And he may have done enough, I think. Well, that gives Darren the chance to play perhaps a... Oh, he's switched him to the back end. I thought he might have...
Just giving him a bit more licence. No, he's
No, he
still
stayed
there.
forehand. I thought he'd switched him. A little bit more weight now.
It's really just getting it, yeah.
He
Take
just
it.
needs it to get down. He's very much in the area.
The angles are good
Get
if you
to
can
the
get it
bowls.
right.
Well,
And it was.
that'll do it. Well done. Just 6 more ends to play after this one. 8 shots apiece.
Matthew won't be shy here. Bit of jack. Sit the bowl.
Needs it
Close
to
to
get
one of
right
them.
down now. Well, he's got it. Great shot. I'm not quite sure how many that sits for, but it could be a few. It's at least 2, maybe 3.
3, maybe even 4.
Ian Cartledge with weight himself.
Oh, he's into something.
Well, he's got
Oh,
the
no.
gap. He got one of them
No.
out. That one might have been counting, so... Bit of a challenge for Matty now. He wants to count, but he doesn't want to set one up right next to it. Having a look at the back. So the comments there were that they'll look for the third one. So I believe they're going to head round the back.
Yep, right where that John Sharp foot is.
It would indicate that it is currently 2 shots.
Minimum.
So Matty just, as we said, looking to get round the back and provide a bit of relief back there.
Yep, perfect.
What do we expect? Do we expect weight again from Ian?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's not going to back down. Not sure how he necessarily expects to get shot. It can't get all 3, surely. So it'd have to be jack related. Tight it along.
It's going to drop away.
One of them, 2 of them.
Well, he might have got back to only 1. One it is. So a 9-8 lead it is to Matty Mitchell's crew after 11 ends. Ivan, if you're getting sound repeat, best thing you can do is just close your stream and open it again. I promise you we're not doing it. So if you just close your stream, open it again, it sometimes happens at your end. We do our best to provide tech support while we're covering the live streaming as well.
Free tech to support.
Yes.
Support. No charge.
So yeah, just whatever you're watching on, just close it down, Ivan, and hopefully that'll remedy that.
Well, they've gone a lot longer this end.
Yes, this is the longest end
They
we've
have-
seen in the match.
They have stretched this out.
You can say that again, but don't, because otherwise Ivan will get confused. Hopefully that fixes it up for you, Ivan.
Yeah, mate, this is a crafty egg for us. You're 7 foot to that bowl.
Oh, does that mean he's picked the...
I do like the positive spin that that Ian puts on things.
Flick by Stan.
Yeah, I don't think this has got the journey.
Didn't quite get it out of the hand well.
Tell him, Fitz, Doug, you're 8 foot.
As Ian's demonstrating there.
He's definitely got more weight as Doug. And we'll just pull up just past the jack, so it's well played. Can't argue with that. Long end.
Seemed to come out of the hand better, so we'll see if that results.
Well, he's got more weight. No question about that. Stan Hunter. It's a great effort. He was lacking a bit of confidence with the long end, I think, and a little bit of encouragement from his skipper, and very nearly got a great result as the outcome. And Ivan's fixed it. You're beauty. Good on you, Ivan. Ryan Havercroft asking, have we got time to find out Peter's historical record in winning Country Week events? Well, it's just he's been to so many clubs, Ryan. That's the trouble. Been everywhere, Peter.
I have.
What's the record, Pete? Come on, give it to us.
I don't know. I've won events from Cunderdin, I've won events from Wongan Hills, and I've won pairs with old Joe Kennedy from Boulder.
Yep. How many Country Week singles you got? Is it 3?
3. Yes.
3. Yeah.
3 singles and a few pairs.
And yes, Blake, loving being back behind the microphone. Certainly wasn't going to turn down the opportunity. As this is a great shot here. Look at this. Steve Tuffley right on top of the jack. Beautifully played. Just what they needed. They're holding a couple but weren't quite on it and then nailed it. Perfect. Sorry, I interrupted your record, Pete. What about pairs, mate? How many of those you got?
A few.
Right?
I don't know.
Okay.
2 or 3.
He's a bit shy, Ryan. He's a bit shy. Well, Mary Ingram is watching in Fife in Scotland. Good on you, Mary. John Sharp looking to capitalise on the great work done by his front two. The long end tactic working so far, you'd have to say.
Definitely.
Although Sharpie might not agree.
No, you should throw Sharpie off, but it's not that important when you've got one sitting right on the jack. With Darren's dodgy back as well. Got to stretch it out. He's done it pretty well.
6 foot.
Another puff.
Cut any out. Right away. Right away. Just about draw a touch around the back of it, mate. Clear.
Sneak around.
Not all bad. They're all in.
We can't afford to be short here. There's something to run into, turn his own, slide on past to give Ian a shot at the bowl on the jack. He's got no back bowls. Unfortunately, he hasn't done that.
Well, a little bit of work to do here for Ian.
So really he's got to look at the angles. He needs an angle from somewhere, and right of screen, that white ball.
I mean, he does have the option of going straight up the middle, I suppose, but Jack in the ditch isn't an awful lot better for him.
It gives him a shot at it if he does it with his first.
Yeah.
But he can't leave it to his second.
I think that's probably his best option. But Matty Mitchell gets to go first.
Too late, Sharpie. It's on its way. Finds that hole, he is counting. And he has.
Well, look at that. Well,
that has actually helped. He can go up the middle now.
and he can kill it.
They do have a ball on the edge.
So
of the
full-blooded
ditch.
weight. Oh, he's very close.
He needs some
Just
luck.
drifted away.
Does help.
Maybe that was on the... I thought he was on the backhand, but maybe that was on the forehand. It seemed to drift away, so maybe it was a forehand shot. Caitlin Tyrrell's done her homework. 2 Wongan Hills, 1 at Cunderden in the singles.
Thanks, Caitlin.
And a pairs at Boulder and a pairs at Cunderden.
There too. Unlucky in a lot of others, of course.
Been everywhere now.
Unlucky in a lot of others.
Now you were the youngest player to have won the Country Week singles, weren't you? But that got beat,
Great
didn't
shot.
it? Great bowl, absolutely.
Yes.
Look at those bowls.
Yes.
It's going to be big weight again. Needs contact. Sharpie having a good look down the line. Well, he's got a result.
Oh, he got rid of his own bowl. Let me just say, he's still going to get shot.
The white bowl is dead in the
Yeah,
ditch.
the white bowl was going to be shot until he took it out. It's just off camera, but there was a white bowl sitting on the edge of the ditch, which he took out at the same time.
But it's going to be 1 to Ian Cartledge,
Yes.
and it could have been the game right there. If he didn't make contact, 9 shots apiece after 12 ends.
Yeah, at 3 or 4 there.
Yeah, huge difference. Well, they put 2 on the board.
We're looking for confirmation because
We'll see if we can...
Ian's saying 2. I think Matthew's saying 1.
No, I think we're going to get correction here. I think
There's only 1.
it is 1. Yep. So we had it correct. 9 shots apiece it is. It's after 12 ends. 5 ends to go, including this one. Blake Nan says always forehand. Can't give away your tactics, Blake.
No. It's dropped out of the hand, that one. Coming back from a long end to pushing to pulling it up too far.
So 12 ends played, 9 shots apiece. Could have just come out and played 5 ends. Wouldn't have been nearly as entertaining. The wind's dropped away, and it's really made this a really good game of bowls right now. Half past 3 in the afternoon here in Perth, WA. Fading light, you'd have to say, but I think we're going to be all right. But
So if we're at the cricket, we're probably walking off. But we're going to hang in there because we're a bit tougher than them.
Yeah.
This might run through again. So nothing really close. Number 1. He's certainly stepped up his game in the last 3 or 4
He
innings.
certainly has, Steve. He wasn't far away. He had his
No.
weight. He was just finding the line.
Yeah, he wasn't getting that line. Only doesn't.
It's been an interesting game. It's been hard to sense any sort of real momentum. It's just been nip and tuck, hasn't it? I mean, we did see 4 ends in a row to Ian Cartledge's crew early on. They were all ones. And then from there, it's really been alternate ends. Been a couple of ends in a row to Matt Mitchell, but nothing that's jumped off the page. Maybe the run is still to come. We saw it in the singles. It was 15 all, and suddenly it was 21-15. As that wind makes its return.
Yeah, trying to push in. Sounds heavier than it is, I think. It just needs to sneak under and run. It's their best. And second shot, so that helps.
Certainly does.
John hasn't played a lot going this way. The forehand is tended to favour the backhand.
He's working back round his own. Not sure whether it did enough to count. I think it probably has, but not certain. Certainly been a very entertaining day's bowls, that's for sure. So a very high standard pairs final. A really great singles final with contrasting styles.
Yep.
And now it looks like we've got the close one to finish. So, we definitely know that Matt Mitchell's crew have got shot here. Just not quite sure how many. I'm probably
Possibly
picking that it's two. Yeah.
Two. But I think Ian again will be pushing up that line. He could do it both hands, forehand or backhand, but I think he'll go forehand. Looking to use a bowl to get back to the jack. And gone backhand.
Well, it's certainly reaching weight, no question about
A
that.
bit more than I thought he might use.
Well, he's very close to the jack. Well, he's got the jack.
Staying
Corner
in.
pocket. So it's still in.
Still in, holding one, but a long distance.
Got a little scrape off the front and got the jack. Matty might be waiting here because Stan's decided to head down there and he's
He's doing a detour, it's okay. But nothing usually stops Matty too much.
right. So bottom left of your screen is pretty much where the jack has gone. Now Matt needs to push a little here, but I don't know whether that will have done enough for shot.
Don't think so. Certainly no comment.
Well, you'd have to assume that the bowl in the ditch of Ian Cartledge is probably about, is it 2.5 metres from the jack?
This one is either very good or it's crashing.
Oh, he's crashed. Well, he's definitely down now. Matt Mitchell's definitely got the shot now and a chance to make two. Ian Cartledge has got no more in the chamber, so this is going to be...
because his weight was good.
Yeah,
His weight was really good.
You'd think this will be two shots to Matt Mitchell. Just needs to find a little bit more on his last.
He's given it a push.
Ooh. That's actually going to hum. Unless he runs into his own.
Nope.
So he has lost it. So just one. Almost would have had two written down there. That'll be, and we did hear Matt apologise to his team, so he certainly expected himself that he would have drawn that. But one shot it is to Matt Mitchell, and they lead at 10 shots to 9. That's a lead to Matt Mitchell, John Sharp, Steve Tuffley, and Doug Wright over Ian Cartledge, Darren Kellond, Tony Dibello, and Stan Hunter here at Country Week for AFGRI and Henselite.
buy a John Deere lifestyle tractor or a ride-on mower, you join the John Deere family. And that means more than just owning a piece of our equipment. It's the dependable support of your local dealer, backed by a global network dedicated to innovation and quality. Call into your local AFGRI equipment today. We've rolled out the green carpet for you.
There you have it. So first ball been played on this, the 14th end, and certainly a good starter from Doug Wright. Can he match it up? First bowl from Stan Hunter, just a metre past the jack. And Matty Mitchell already clapping this one from Doug Wright. And you can see why. Just parked in amongst it once more. Two good bowls.
Great setup. Perfect. Close to.
Won't get too many skippers complaining if your lead's there all day, that's for sure. Stan just looking to correct that metre now. Well, he's done okay with weight. Oh, that's a very good effort. He's loving it, his Stan. Good on him. I think Ian just asking Tony to make sure he reaches here, just up there on the back end. Give it a chance to turn the front bowl or get down off the orange.
Sneaking through the hole.
Well, that's a very, very good shot. Well played. It was a nice, confident call from Ian there, Pete. It was, you know, he gave his teammate all the confidence. I'm impressed with the way Ian's managed his team, actually. Very experienced player, of course.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. It's a nice switch of
What a shot.
nice switch. Just got there enough. Got down enough.
You said a couple of ends ago that his standard. He's certainly done that, has Steve. Sometimes you just got to convince yourself where the line is, haven't you? Because as we said, he was doing okay with weight. He just couldn't convince himself of the line. He's managed to do that. Tony just hasn't given that one a chance. So opportunity for John Sharp to tidy this up a bit before Darren Kellond gets a crack at it. Perfect weight for what Matt Mitchell was after there from John Sharp. Darren needs to take advantage of this. Doesn't want to give John Sharp another opportunity to tidy it up. Wants to get it now. Seems to have managed his way through his back issue.
Yeah, still not quite as smooth as I'm sure he'd like, but
Love that weight.
nothing wrong with that line.
Sharpie trotting down after this one.
It's a spring chicken.
Still going to be just on the outside, is he, or is he getting down?
Doesn't want to get. Oh, that helps.
Yeah.
Got enough, just enough of it.
Certainly reduces the target that Darren Kellond's got to play with.
He's in the area, isn't he?
He certainly is.
Sliding part, a bit like John.
Yeah.
Just not quite that. Well, the breeze is not much there anymore, so.
Sharpie just having a look at what happens if the jack moves here.
Trying to convince Matthew he needs to protect. I'm not sure Matthew is convinced whatsoever.
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure he's not convinced.
He tried his best, John.
So,
Without telling him. He
played
tried
his own
best.
shot. And this looks deep.
Yeah, he just hung it. I'm not sure if that's the weight he was looking for or not. But
Well, you have his fingers crossed that there's not an I told you so
Yes.
moment coming up here.
yes, you don't want to like them, do you, as the
A
skipper?
bit of breeze up actually helps Ian in this situation, I think. Gives him a little bit more turn out there. Oh, and he sent it.
He's high as well.
He sensed the breeze and actually sent it right out into it.
Everyone's doing a similar thing.
Probably a little quicker than what he really wanted to be, Ian. Although any contact's good contact for him at the moment.
Yeah, contact the green without the jack isn't the greatest scenario for him because his ball goes out clean.
Well, Matt looks like he's been convinced.
I think when Johnny stood next to him when he followed his last, he might have got the idea. He's played it extremely well. Okay, well, that's determined his thing.
All right, well, it's going to
Another
be one more on the board to our Emu Point combination. And it will be 11 shots to 9 with 3 ends to play.
Vicky got a little bit excited on the scoreboard.
I thought we'd missed something then. I thought,
Yes, so good. Okay, well, they haven't gone back to the. They only tried that really long end once. I thought it worked really well for them, but they haven't tried it again.
yeah, well, it certainly did. I mean, at one stage on that long end, they'd had 3 all
Like
around
say,
it.
I knew they.
Yeah,
Obviously, they lost it in the end, but
yeah.
it took one bowl to do it. Could have ordered some drinks. We had a wallet here that we didn't know was here.
Yeah. Probably nothing in it.
No, moths flew out.
And he just bumped his head. So Bowls WA CEO just causing some trouble there, and then bumped his head as he was leaving the tent. So
Deservedly so.
sometimes you get what you deserve. Well, leaders have just both missed it slightly here, so opportunity to see who can correct the best. Thought Doug Wright might have been tempted to switch with that bowl in the line, but he said, no, I can get under that. But he's going to sail around it.
What I thought under.
Well, that breeze from earlier appears to have returned. Certainly not as harsh as it
No,
was.
Not as harsh, but it's there.
Now, can Stan find a way here?
Oh,
Yes, he has. Great job from Stan Hunter.
stands back.
Now, last few ends we've really seen Steve deliver. Steve Tuffley. He's copped a gust right as he's delivered his bowl. Be interesting to see whether he's allowed for that.
Ground it out, he's very good. He's just got to. If he rolls a winner there.
Can't quite see that bowl coming down, but it's just caught the outside of the front. We'll just have to see if Ian will just jump off that line for us.
I'll give him a push.
And he's just right in the wrong spot at the moment, so we'll see where he
One
goes
chance
after he
here
calls
to
this.
Calls this, and whether he jumps off it. Doesn't look like he wants to move.
I think Matty might have let him know. So
So he went and stood in front of Matty. So that's good.
all right, well that is a fair effort,
Couldn't do much better there.
Tony. John Sharp, as you said earlier, he's played this backhand in this direction pretty well.
Yeah, this has been his hand.
Well, not quite.
Quite roll it out, but
Well, Ian's onto it. They need another bowl in the head. Almost have to take the risk of, they don't want to give shot away, but they need another bowl in the head. So
yeah, there was plenty of room around Sharpie's bowl. Just got to get that weight right, and this
this is a fair
this is a
effort.
fair effort. This is going a long way to doing that.
Brilliant shot from Darren Kellond.
That's number one.
Anything on the forehand to do it.
We have a tried and trusty hand, don't we?
Certainly sounds like
And
it.
you got the green light to use it. It's just
He's right in the zone too.
It's hit and sit. There was the jack moving.
Well, not really what they were after. Little front touch now.
Hide it away.
Well, it could be 4 as well if he gets it right. Just a little touch down the line. And he's already played a good one out there, so what can Darren Kellond come up with here?
Well, he's good again, isn't he?
They're already walking, but this
Not
looks
sure he's
good.
getting to the jack, but he's going to count. Clearly wasn't changing Matthew's mind or what he was going to play.
It was off early. I think he knew that he has to draw the shot. Big moment now. That's 2 or 3 at the moment to Ian Cartledge. They trail by 2 on the scoreboard, so big moment in the match. And
Matthew is a good line.
He's
and
played
good
this
late.
very well.
And Matthew's drawn the shot for all viewers at home.
wants it to tuck away, but it's still there for Ian Cartledge to perhaps have a little look at this. Stan's got himself a good spot to see it. Could not be more right in front of our camera. Well, we'll call it for you.
Wait, but he's
Needs
high.
it to get down. Yep.
He's... Yep, stands that enough. Thank you.
Paul Butler's not happy with that. Well, unfortunately, they're gonna stand in the way occasionally. It's Paul just call it retrovision. Yeah, certainly the sponsor will be happy.
I'm not telling an 80-year-old where you can stand and where you can't. He gets to that age, he deserves to stand where
In
he
a
wants.
game of 4s, guys are going to get in the way occasionally. There's not much we can do. So big weight now from Ian Cartledge. Needs contact.
getting
He's got
contact with
something.
the pack, but
He's caught the front. So it's going to be another 2 shots on the board, I think. Yes, 2 shots confirmed. So 13-9, 2 ends to play. It's been 3 ends on the trot, and really, it's been 5 of the last 6 ends in favour of Matt Mitchell. Gone from 5-8 behind to 13-9 in front.
really good rescue from Matty Mitchell.
It was. Yep.
Really good rescue.
Yep. 2 precise draw shots. So I guess if you're Ian Cartledge and crew, you're looking for 2 shots right here, aren't you? Peter, really?
Yep.
And Charles pointing out that Rinska, Matty showing his class there. Absolutely.
Yeah, with the wider hand. It's not really wide even with the breeze, but it's wider and the breeze gusting.
Yeah,
It wasn't easy.
Can Stan get the guys going from Bunbury and Brunswick? Well, it's a good opener.
Yeah. You've always just got to let the head develop. They don't need to force anything.
And you're always a chance at 2. You've got last bowl. Pretty much always a chance of finding 2 somewhere.
Yep. Just got to run it out. Might just pull up a couple of feet short.
Well, it's a good bowl.
It is.
Certainly nothing wrong with that. But
it's only a foot or slightly beyond that.
on the weight is the call from Ian Cartledge. This is very close.
This is very good. It's a great shot.
That's 2 sensational bowls from Stan. I could understand if he was starting to feel the pinch a little. I mean, it's, and he's come up with 2 cracking bowls just when they need them. And he's going to go down and have a look too. He's having a wander down the side to go and have a look at his good work.
Stick him there. Thought he might switch him. He doesn't want to really roll that front one, but stick him.
Stan walking through cables. I had fingers crossed he didn't didn't trip over one of those. But
nimble feet.
He's unlucky.
Yeah, didn't need to do another foot of weight. He was around it.
It's probably going to force a change of hand. We'll see what Steve comes up with first. But Paul's saying we can replay all of Stan's bowls, but none of anyone else's.
A little harsh. He's had his moments.
No, he's talking about standing in the way.
Yes.
Yes.
He hasn't been in the way the whole time.
No, he hasn't. Well,
you got both of them.
he's rolling both of them as Tony Dibello. Not ideal.
No. And just cut the line a bit, did he? Oh, got his own sweetly.
Is there a backhand shot there down onto the green, perhaps, or forehand looking for the split between the brown and the green? It needs a little bit of weight. It needs to.
Yeah, it needs the.
Some players would call it a little bit of a redecoration. That's what it needs. Just a turn of a bowl might make all the difference here.
That probably.
Sharpie coming down to have a look.
So after all that, forehand, turning the opposition ball over. He's got the line to do that. He's got the weight to do it.
Oh, he's very, very good.
That's a really good shot.
They need to change this head. They need to attack a little and get through and make a couple of changes. It's out on a wide line again.
Yeah, that's not getting back. He's at least got to get back to his own again now to give. Yeah, well, he got past the head. They do have 2 or 3 out that direction if they can get a jack out there.
Yeah, Dan, I'm not sure we can do much about the effects, Mike. Now we've only got one end more to play. I don't think we're going to be taking any risks with changes to the configuration.
So Matthew just covering a general area, really.
Well, Ian has to attack here. And I wonder whether he would have had Darren doing that. I'm not sure Darren can do that with his back the way it is. Well, he's found the gap right the way through. So it's really game on the line right now for these next two bowls. Yeah, well, they're trying to find the spot where, you know, the yellow disc bowls might be. Should Ian crash through the front and get the jack moving. So Matt Mitchell going to try and get in amongst those multicoloured bowls you can see there. He would love nothing more than to land right in between those. He's already telling it to hurry. He's not quite going to get to where he wanted to.
Not going to get past that white one. There's not a lot going here for Ian.
He just has to crash through and hope for the best, really. This is where they needed to be attacking this head earlier.
Yep.
But as I say, I'm not entirely sure that Darren can play those shots with his back the way it is. So needed to open this up earlier rather than be left trying to create something with his last. I think that's his choice. He's going to hunt down onto that orange or green bowl at the front of the jack and look to get some movement.
Get it up and over through.
Well, that's a tough option, isn't it? Just to try and
Up and over.
flick the bowl up onto the jack. And the jack, if it goes too far, he's not much better off.
He's well, it'll cut it down. Well, I'm not sure how many. Was he 2 down?
I think it's 2.
Or he just crashes and see what happens.
It might be as many as 3.
Not huge, so he must have a plan.
Needs to clear the front, and he's on the front.
And Jack did move.
Well, that might have done enough.
Might have done enough.
I think it has, looking at Matt Mitchell's reaction. Is it 2?
Surely not. I would have thought it's... I think the back one might be shot.
Yeah, it's surely not 2.
No.
So, but the reality is, it was game over before that bowl. It may not be game over now. Looks like it's still...
Sharpie still likes it. Yep.
Yeah, 14-9 therefore as we go into the final end. 5 shots the difference, last end to play. 5 shots required for Ian Cartledge to draw the match up, in which case we would go to an extra end. Jack is going to just stay up. So here we go. I'm chasing 5 shots. First rule, don't be short.
Yes. The first and bowl is... In saying that, on the tee...
Pete, do we have any clues in the race for best performed club?
It's quite close.
Is it? Okay.
No one's dominated
Will that be presented
today.
today? Yes.
It will.
So we should remind you, stick around after the game because there will be the presentations live. as we've done throughout the day. And the audio on those has been fantastic. So
So this is a extremely useful bowl.
yeah, anywhere between the jack and the ditch there was going to be perfect. Stan just needs to get this one up and in the area to give them a chance. It's more about where you miss here than where you land. So it just needs that to work back. Not ideal for what they were looking for, but these next couple of bowls each will determine whether there's a chance for 5. Honestly, you're going into a last end needing 5 against Matt Mitchell and John Sharp, who have got the last 4 bowls for your opposition. If you can get 5, you'll have well and truly earned it. When they've only scored more than one once in the match.
Yeah, that's tough. Haven't really looked like scoring a 5 for a while.
No. And unfortunately, Tony Dibello's lost that one in the ditch. Steve Tuffley's covered him in the ditch. Well, realistically, unless this bowl draws the shot, it's very unlikely that they're going to make 5 here, although it's going to run too far, so
yeah, the problem is they're not grouping either.
they're not grouping exactly.
They're
So
not grouping.
I think Ian should be thinking about killing this end. Well, having said that, if Darren can get this one in there...
They've only got one close. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
They are a fair way away, but they've only got one close.
Sometimes the 5s that you get aren't when you nail the jack. Well, Darren's done enough here. Well, the only trouble is he's
Locked it in.
he's locked the orange in a little bit.
Yeah, it's still movable, but it is unfortunate. Pick John Sharp to fix this, wouldn't you?
And right on cue, Peter. He says, there you go.
Yeah. This is kill me if you can.
Well, he needs to play weight one orange onto the other. That's what he needs to be looking for here. Don't know that Ian's called that, but needs to be looking off the edge of one orange down to sit the other.
Yep.
You have to play those shots at this stage if you're looking for this number.
Well, he's got that kind of weight.
It's just dropping under.
So is that rain? I don't see any rain, but I hear rain.
There are a few spots of rain. Well, 5 looks very unlikely, but off the orange down to the other orange, and he can sit for 4, but Matt Mitchell's got something to say about that before.
Yeah.
Matty's big and wide there. So, well, if Ian's going to go full bore at this, I'm not sure he can make the number he needs. This is
there's a kill or no kill, is it not? Ooh.
Yeah, I don't blame him for looking for the kill.
No.
Yep, so this is going to be a blocker. We're going to see a blocker for Matt Mitchell's last bowl. Thanks, Mick. Thanks, Mark. Okay, I thought we were going to see a blocker.
Quite the opposite.
So, let's get the jack, or it's game over. He's close. Well, he's just clipped the shot bowl out.
Made 2, maybe even 3.
It will be 2, I believe. They are shaking hands, so the game is over. It's certainly not 5, so we would assume that it is 2 shots. And our Country Week 4's champions are Matt Mitchell, John Sharp, Steve Tuffley, and Doug Wright. Doug Wright won a Country Week title in 1981, and he's done it again in 2022. A remarkable achievement. I'm sure that the Emu Point boys, and I can see how pleased Doug Wright is. He just gave a little fist pump there up into the air. I think he's very, very proud of that achievement, and what a fantastic game. Really, it was the back end of the game. The Emu Point guys got on top, reeled off at one stage there 6 out of 7 ends in a row, and that was enough to convert the score from 5-8 down to 13-9 up, and that got the job done. So a brilliant win. Commiserations to Ian Cartledge, Darren Kellond, Tony Dibello and Stan Hunter. They did their best, but couldn't quite match it in the closing stages.
Certainly.
Well done, Peter.
Thank you. I'll just head over to the presentation area.
Yep, well done on another very successful Country Week, mate.
Thank you for your day. It's been a long, long day with
Thank
no
you, it's
breaks.
been a pleasure.
It's good to see you back.
Yes,
We'll
absolutely.
hear you again very soon.
Thank you.
See you.
All right, stay tuned because we will have the presentations for you very shortly. But look, a review of today's play. We had a wonderful pairs final to start off the day, and it was, of course, Shane Judici-Nan and Mike Ford victorious 13-7 over Tim Stevens and Greg Slavin. Then we had, of course, our singles final, and back-to-back went Matty France over Peter Cole 21-15, and then we were treated to a wonderful fours final just wrapping up with Matt Mitchell, John Sharp, Steve Tuffley and Doug Wright getting over the line over Ian Cartledge, Darren Kellond, Tony Dibello and Stan Hunter. Of course, we thank AFGRI and Hanselite Choice of Champions for their assistance in bringing you all of today's coverage. It's been a wonderful day. We are just about ready for presentations over there. We'll just have a couple more minutes. But, of course, don't forget Women's Country Week coming up in a couple of weeks and some wonderful events coming up over the next few weeks. Don't forget the Australian Open, as Vicky's rearranging the furniture next to me, but that's all right. And, don't forget Australian Open entries are open. Entries for state triples are open, and there's still plenty to get your teeth into as we come to the conclusion of Country Week for the men right here. So, a fantastic week. Congratulations to everyone who got along and made Country Week the fantastic week it always is. And we've got one more set of champions to crown right now. Just about ready for us at the presentation area. Don't forget, BPL Cup, if you want to host a fantastic day at your club, get your nominations in, register your club, and you can host a BPL Cup event. And who knows, the team that wins your event might head over and represent WA over at Club Pine Rivers in Queensland as part of the BPL. Big thanks to AFGRI and Henselite. And we will cross to the presentation area where Ross will take it away.
Okay, thanks, Clive. Welcome to the final of the fours here. Last game of Country Week. It's been quite a long week for a lot of players, 9 days for some, only a few days for others. But a few thank yous before I get on to the presentations. All those players that participated in the Country Week this year, certainly a month ago didn't look very promising, but we finally got to this point. So thank you all, players. Also thank you to AFGRI for their sponsorship again. It's good to see them supporting us, and I say us, I'm talking country people. And also another thank you to Peter Harris and the staff who put all this together, do the draw. This year's been a bit of a problem because after the book went out, I think an hour after the book was out was obsolete because so many people pulled out or couldn't play because of COVID or one thing or another. So that might be discussed in future whether there's a book going to be printed. So anyway, that got through. Everyone didn't have any complaints, so everyone must have been happy with how Country Week was run this year. So without any further ado, I'd like to welcome the runners-up in the men's Country Week fours to come forward, please. Ian Cartledge, Darren Kellond, Tony Dibello, and Stan Hunter. Well done, Ian.
Thanks to the boys that just gave us a lesson. We tried our heart out. We were a team that got thrown together at the last minute. We were scratching up bowlers left, right and centre. As you can see, the colours don't match. But this is my third time as a runner-up. It's getting to be a habit. But anyway, I'd like to thank my boys for their effort. Tony for helping us out at the last minute because we were that short with a couple of weeks ago. It was terrible. To all the organisers, thank you very much. Where we played in the fours has been good. Every club was welcoming. The food was terrific. I'd say the beer was cold, but I don't drink anymore. But thanks to the organisers and the sponsors, it was a great event. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ian. And I'd call forward the winners from Emu Point, Matty Mitchell, John Sharp, Greg, is it? Yeah, Doug Wright, Steve Tuffley, John Sharp, Matt Mitchell. Thanks, Pete. Were they going around? Well done. Thanks, Ross. Yep. Well done. Well done, Matty. Yep. Well done, Jack.
Thanks, buddy. Me. Thanks, mate. Just like to thank Osborne Park for their facilities over the last little while. Thanks for the sponsors, the organisers of the event, very well done. Thank my teammates, everyone bowled really well at the right time. I've forgotten something, but anyway, congratulations Ian, that team, well done, and congratulations to all the other winners on the weekend. Thanks very much.
It's yours. Big shield here for the Bignell Shield for the best country club. We have a problem, and it's not a bad problem, but there's 3 clubs who drew. So it was Gelton, Emu Point and Merredin, and you can't split them because they all got the same, all for a win, and then they all got 1 point after that. So probably first time. Pete, would that be the case? Don't know, I don't know. But I see here there's a couple. Oh yeah, no, 1996, Bunbury, Moora, Tamman. So there are a few. So congratulations to those. I'll give it to you blokes. Come on, Maddie, come forward in the shield. Photos. Ash. Who was the other one? Geraldton aren't here. All right. Thank you very much. And yeah, there'll be a few photos. Come. Righto. No, thank you very much, and thank to everyone who supported Country Week, and we finally got through it. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. That's the one that we'll look at. That 3 clubs tied for the PS Bignell Perpetual Memorial Shield, and the last time that happened, I've just dived in, and we have Bunbury, Tamman and Moora. That was in 1996. And in 1989, it was Borden, Boulder and Mandurah that tied for the best performed across the Men's Country Week Shield. There you have it. Look, it's a huge thank you to AFGRI and to Henselite, the Choice of Champions, for helping us provide our coverage today. A big thank you to all the people that came in and assisted me with commentary. It's been a pleasure. What a fantastic event Country Week Bowls is. We just love it. And we've had a pleasure bringing you all of the coverage. For now, from the Osborne Park Bowling Club, it's a big thank you to everyone that joined us, and we'll catch you next time.
When you buy a John Deere Lifestyle tractor or a ride-on mower, you join the John Deere family. And that means more than just owning a piece of our equipment. It's the dependable support of your local dealer, backed by a global network dedicated to innovation and quality. Call into your local AFGRI equipment today. We've rolled out the green carpet for you.
If you take one